Hi Aquarius, I hope you're all doing well. I have to tell you right away, straight away, that I'm getting some messages that seem a little bit heavy, seem a little bit deep, but they feel very profound and important. So I don't know what you're looking for here when you clicked on this channel, but if this is not what you're looking for, that's okay. No worries about it. Or maybe you want to come back at a different time. But it is up to you. You do have the choice in choosing what it is that you want to take into your psyche and what it is that you want to spend your time considering and feeling into energetically. And that in and of itself is a message for you. Okay, so your energy is where it flows is directed by you, and you need to know that. Now, I got some messages before I turned on the camera, and I haven't pulled out any cards yet, although we will. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Andy. This is 13 Moon Tarot. I'm an intuitive reader, meaning that I read the energy and I use other tools like tarot cards, oracle cards, charms, things that pop into my mind's eye, things that I'm hearing, all sorts of things as tools to communicate and translate the energy that I'm picking up on. So, the first things I got right here for you, the very first thing that came through was the word entrusted. And I feel like this is you are being entrusted with something right now. Perhaps there's someone seeking your help or your guidance. This could even be an aspect of yourself that you're entrusting some guidance to. Okay, but the point is you're being entrusted here, and it's important that you take this seriously. I also got the number 33. Then I heard something is due on delivery. And that reminded me of like when I order things from overseas, sometimes I have to pay duties that are due on delivery. So perhaps whatever it is that you're being entrusted with, some information, some psychic ability, some relationship, I'm not sure what it is for everyone, but it's like when it is delivered to you, or maybe it already has, there's a duty that needs to be paid. And this isn't negative. It just means like stepping into a certain kind of ownership of that thing that you're receiving. You have a certain kind of duty to claim what Spirit wants to give you. Right, this has something to do with the message in the beginning about you decide where you put your energy and what you allow yourself to receive. Because there is something Spirit is entrusting you with, but you need to claim it. Okay, and then I heard Swami, like the Hindu spiritual teacher. So I don't know, that can be a very specific clue for someone or a message. Then I saw this really crazy vision. It was so cool. I don't think I've had such a clear vision like this in a long time. But it was a red balloon was being given to you by someone, and it was coming closer and closer. And it's like as the balloon came closer, you could see your reflection in it. And at first this seemed like pretty interesting, pretty like, oh, okay, I'm seeing into my soul a little bit deeper. And then it just kept getting closer and closer to the point where it started to feel really uncomfortable. And I asked Spirit as I was seeing the vision, like, what should they do when it feels so uncomfortable? And Spirit said, turn around, turn your back to it. So I feel like this could be an experience that you're having with someone else. It's like something's going on here where they're showing you something about yourself, and it's good. Like you get to see something that you haven't seen before, a reflection. Okay, you learn more about yourself in this interaction or in this relationship or in this event, and that's good. But then it's like they start to push a little bit too much. Maybe this is even a therapist you have. I don't know. You take it how it resonates, but it's like it's too close all of a sudden. Okay, and your image starts to get distorted because it's too close. And so you need to know that when someone is pushing something onto you, maybe telling you who you are or who you could be, or you feel like someone is in your personal space or your psychic space, your energetic space, remember that the image you're seeing, if it makes you feel like a little suffocated, remember it's a distortion. it's not your true self in that moment. Okay, there's something about needing a little bit of a healthy, safe distance from something. And so if that happens to you in any way, you just turn your back, okay? Turn your attention elsewhere. You don't need to sit in that moment with that person or with that thing that is obscuring who you really are. This seems like a very serious message, Aquarius. Then, okay, this is a little bit, deep, but I heard mosaic of the mind. And I thought, well, that's a pretty cool saying, like mosaic of the mind. Somebody must have used that somewhere. So I Googled it, and the first thing that came up was a book. And it's called The Mosaic Mind, Empowering the Tormented Selves of Child Abuse Survivors. So I don't know, take it or not. If it doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. But if it does, there might be something that you need to pay attention to in regards to that part of your life or someone else's life that you know. There was something, I'm reading the little synopsis here, and it says something about, the book is about a survivor's journal entries, and her journal entries offered kind of a window into the psyche. So perhaps there's something about journaling. Then I heard gilded edges, and I asked, okay, enough about all this. Let's try to get some messages about love. And all I could see was like somebody trying to hold hands with someone, but it's like they were having a hard time understanding how to actually hold hands. It was like some hand was going like this and another hand. It was really strange. So I don't know. There's something here where like it doesn't feel... Well, there's some difficulty in the energy when it comes to love, okay? It could be with anybody. It doesn't have to be romantic. And then the last thing I heard, which was beautiful for you, Aquarius, was you are now you. Okay? I think that's stunningly beautiful, that message. You are now you. So no matter what you're feeling, remember your feelings are feelings. Okay? So just because you might feel a certain way right now that might be uncomfortable doesn't mean that that feeling is you. It's just a feeling you're having. Okay, you are now you. I feel like you're complete. You're good. Okay, there's something about your soul that has been I'm getting something like it's been synchronized to your future. It's been synchronized to what it is that you want. Okay. We're already 7-8 minutes in. We're going to get the cards out, but I really felt guided to sit with you and give you these messages. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to flip to a random page in this book called Nature by Emerson. I haven't read it yet, actually. It's been on my list for some time, and I'm seeing these shells here, these spirals. I'm seeing like a spiral up to an attic, maybe up to your higher mind. But I want to flip to a random page and just see if we can get a message. A little bookomancy here. And then we'll get your cards out. Okay. Aquarius, what is it that you wanted to say from this book? It's right in the beginning. Okay, Spirit wants to talk to you about the contents. The contents, interesting. The contents of something. The contents of a situation or event, like, what's actually going on inside. So, the contents are nature, commodity, beauty, language, discipline, idealism, spirit, and prospects. So maybe these are areas of your life right now that are really important to you. It's right in the beginning. You're writing the contents maybe of your book. And I mean that metaphorically or perhaps actually. It's like you're getting to decide what goes in your book. Let's see the numbers beside them here. Anything sticking out? Number 11 is commodity. 35 is discipline, chapter 5. I feel like that's important for some of you. Discipline, 35. Maybe you've been disciplined in the past, okay? Idealism is also very much you. I don't know. There's something about that. Let's get in. If you're still here, then this message is definitely for you. Oh my God, Spirit's really holding up the cards. We're going to use some charms now. Okay, we have the letter J, the letter C, another C, the letter E, the letter I, the word show. We have a key. Yeah, it's like Spirit's showing you the key to something. We have a cat, an alligator, a protective alligator, a butterfly, but I'm also hearing moth there, a skeleton. This is reminding me of Halloween time, maybe something about Libra or Scorpio, or maybe actually Halloween, or something about a disguise. And then we have a cell phone here. And it looks like a little bear emoji I'm seeing. The letters F and T. And then we have a lemniscat. Okay, so if those don't mean anything to you, don't worry. They're just extra clues and hints for someone who needs it. Okay, so let's see. I'm hearing T. I don't know if I said the letter T. Yeah, 9 and 8. So let's see, Spirit, what's going on? Ooh, the Hunter. We had that for you before, Aquarius. I'll link that reading in the little box that comes up here. Okay, or if somebody else wants to link it in the comments, feel free. But it was called the Hunter. The womb. Hunting for what's inside. The kiss, the sword, and the medallion. Oh my God, look at these hands. Spirit. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm seeing. It's like they're not really holding hands properly. And then look at the medallion with the hand out. Something about the new moon is really important. This new moon or the next new moon. Whoa, okay, so it's like there's something you're reaching for. I don't know how this makes sense, so take it or not, but I'm getting something like there's something you're reaching for that is in the past, but it's I want to say that you've already resolved something. Let's get the tarot out, and then we'll see if we can tap further into these cards. It's hard to hold hands with someone, and this could have been in the past, maybe with a parental figure, or a friend, or a lover, or metaphorically with a work situation. But it's hard to hold hands with someone because there's a lack of truth. There's a lack of truth, and therefore a lack of trust. But you're hanging on to something, maybe somebody's words, or some idea you have of how something should be, could be. The Hunter in the womb. Okay, let me get this mosaic mind stuff off my screen and just put the music image back on. This thing I'm listening to here, as you can probably hear it, it says remove all negative energy, emotional and physical healing, anti-anxiety, and rebirth. So maybe that's what you're doing right now. You're looking for ways to remove anxiety, for some physical healing, and to remove negative toxic people. I'm hearing toxins, negative toxins, maybe literally, from your home, from toxic people. Okay, let's see. 4 of Pentacles for your overall energy. Ooh. Whoa, this is so crazy. So this is your advice. We'll get to it, Three of Swords, but I just immediately am struck by the image because, again, it looks like hands kind of trying to hold each other here. Okay, so there's a decision that you're going to be making in the next 3 months. We're jumping all over the place here with your spread. So there's something about timing that, well, it's up to you how you want this to unfold and in what time you want this to unfold. So let's go back to the beginning, Spirit, with the message that something is, you're being entrusted with something, something is due on delivery. Your overall energy, well, the womb, hold on a second, the womb, due on delivery. Maybe you're pregnant, could be literal, but if that's not the case, then it's like something's about to be birthed here. And Spirit wants you to prepare for what's being delivered to you. And the opportunity, what's being delivered to you, is strength. You're coming up against something in the next 3 months. My readings are timeless, by the way, so whenever you see this. But you're coming up against something in the next 3 months that, I'm hearing kidney stones out of nowhere. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Okay, only take that if you already know and resonate with that. But I heard that pretty clearly. But you're coming up against something. Maybe, okay, hold on, let's back up. Maybe that is a metaphor, okay? Because kidney stones are like a calcification of a mineral that your body typically uses and knows what to do with it. But then it becomes calcified when you have too much of it. Okay, again, that red balloon, when you have too much of something or it's too much in your face, then it becomes uncomfortable and maybe even painful in a sense. You're being given the opportunity to face something that typically would cause you to run. And Spirit's saying, when you face this, if you feel like you don't want to deal with this, or it's too much, or you sense that it's not good for you in some way, you don't need to turn around and run like this mouse might. You can just turn around and walk away, or just turn around. There's something about like not being fearful that something's behind you, or that somebody maybe is watching you, or somebody is after you. It's like, try not to have those kinds of fears. Perhaps the hunter here is even somebody else that you're feeling is kind of after. Yeah, okay, confirmation for someone. Somebody else is after whatever it is that is being delivered to you. A spiritual gift, perhaps. Because your current energy is Four of Pentacles, you're holding on to something pretty tight here, keeping it to yourself. And look, this bunny up at the surface is searching for these pentacles, and you're underground here with your pentacles and your little bunny friends, okay? Keeping it to yourselves, like hiding away from something. I feel like this message is kind of one of those readings that's a little bit all over the place, and that you're going to need to piece together in ways that I just can't, because I don't know everyone's story. Okay. Give me one more on Aquarius's current energy, Spirit. I'm using the Guardian of the Night Tarot. The Emperor. Oh. Interesting. So I was kind of picking up from you this sweet, kind of vulnerable energy that is a little bit unsure what to do next or where to go. But Spirit's saying, Andy, don't get that twisted. Okay? Because Aquarius is still the emperor. They're not naive. Not that I was thinking you were, but just to reassure you, you're not naive. You're highly intelligent. You're quick-witted, sharp mind. You're ambitious. You have a clear vision of where you're going, and you can use your sword to poke that balloon. Oh, the sword. Yes, it's like you can pop that balloon that's in your face. So you can choose to turn around and not face it and not deal with it, and maybe that will be helpful for some, depending on what this is, of course. But for others of you, you want to pop that balloon. This could be like poking holes in somebody's argument about you or about something that you're interested in. You know, it's like they're saying something that's not true and you can easily poke holes in it, or it's shutting something down by like very bluntly speaking the truth here. But you're holding this back until the right time. And we've had this message for you. It's like you're holding back until the right time to speak on something, to speak about something. And Strength, your opportunity in between this snake and mouse, we have the Heart, which is your advice, 3 of Swords. So depending on how you handle this situation, well, it will determine how Hold on before I say that. Tell me more about the opportunity. Queen of Cups. Why the 3 of Swords? Ace of Cups. Seeing this other card here from another deck. Let's see what it is. The Squirrel and Chestnut, preparation. It does feel like Spirit's preparing you here for something. Squirrel. Well, there's an opportunity for you to speak from the heart, to address a situation from the heart. Because your current energy is like, I'm going to speak from my mind. I'm going to speak my mind if I need to. I'm going to be very clear, cut, maybe even a little dry here. As long as I can protect, you know, what it is that I'm growing and what it is that I'm moving towards. I feel very confident, reassured in myself. That's all your current energy. But the opportunity is to deal with a situation from the heart when it is delivered to you. This is your duty that's due on delivery, is to come from the heart. And that's going to require, with this killer whale going to the deep ocean here, it's going to require you to go deep inside to find out what's been holding you back all this time from opening your heart. I hope this is making sense, Aquarius. Now, the challenge is the Star, which is your card, of course. Look how beautiful you are here. So there could be a challenge about connecting to your higher self, but I think mostly this is like you kind of have decided that something just can't heal. Like these hands will never be held correctly. But in this card, the advice, it does feel like the hands are being held as I like to hold hands like this, okay? So it looks like the hands are being held in the right way, and the only way they're able to really do that is by confronting some pain, some heartbreak. Maybe between you and another, or a heartbreaking situation that brought you some fear. Now, this could be like you're able to heal something with someone else, of course, or it could be that you're able to heal something within yourself. maybe it's looking at something that you haven't wanted to look, feeling something you haven't wanted to feel in a long time. Four of Cups is your supporting energy. I love this armadillo. I love armadillos. I love that word. Maybe there's something about armadillos. Hold on, let me see what comes up. Let me see. Armadillo. 9-banded armadillo. Yeah, let's look at that one from Wikipedia. See if there's a message in here. Ancestors of South America. It feeds on ants, termites, and small invertebrates. Something about Texas coming up here. Hold on. Something about what you're eating could be important. 9-banded armadillos are solitary, largely nocturnal animals that come out to forage around dusk. They are extensive burrowers, with a single animal sometimes maintaining up to 12 burrows on its range. How many chapters were there in this thing? 12. No, 13, sorry. 13. So hold on. I'm getting there. A single animal sometimes maintains up to 12 burrows on its range. So there's something else coming in that you're going to put into, that's going to have it's going to be an important chapter of your life. There's another chapter of your life that's about to be written here. There's something about marking your territory as well. That's what I said in the beginning. You have to claim something. You have to mark your territory. The males become aggressive in order to keep other males out of their home. So they're territorial. Disputes are settled by kicking and chasing. Something about your smell as well. Okay, maybe you want to read more about armadillos, but I feel like there's a lot in there that could be metaphors for you and what's going on in your life. Where have we gone in this reading? 4 of Cups, your supportive energy. Because I talk so much about the actual animal, I feel like your supportive energy is your behavior and all the ways you deal with things. That supports you. So when Spirit says you need to kind of come at something by opening up your heart, it's not that you have to change who you are. Okay, your behaviors are correct in the way that you do things. You know what you're doing here, the Emperor, you do. But you could add, that's the 13th. You could add the heart in a little bit more to something. You could add the heart in. That's the 13th chapter, is your heart. Whoa. Let's just go to what you're going to manifest in the next 3 months. And then I'm going to go to an extended reading. In the extended, we're going to go a layer deeper. I'm hoping that we're going to get a little bit more clarity because there'll be less of you there. But if you don't feel like going to that or you can't, don't worry about it. Just trust that you received all the little puzzle pieces you needed here. This has been an interesting one for sure. There's something about, hold on. Again, with that child abuse thing coming up, because I'm seeing something about reproduction and that a single egg is fertilized, the womb, but implantation is delayed for 3 to 4 months. So maybe you need to 29, maybe you need to delay something for 3 to 4 months. It says to ensure the young will not be born during an unfavorable time. Two of Swords for what's manifesting in the next 3 months. You got a choice here. You have a decision to make. Tell me a little bit more about this. 6 of Swords. whether you're going to turn, that's it, whether you're going to turn around and detach from this snake that's in front of you, or this red balloon that's coming closer and closer and it's getting overwhelming, whether you're going to turn around and detach, or whether you're going to directly maybe confront something with the sword and pop that balloon. Let's see, what's the other? The moon and the 10 of Cups. Popping the balloon, confronting something that is making you feel uncomfortable is a little bit scary. You don't know what's going to happen. I'm seeing this wolf like digging in the trash. Like, you don't know what's in there. Okay? And it might not seem like, my eyes are zooming in on cautious behavior. It may feel like you need to take cautious behavior, or you need to behave cautiously in that moment. And you do, okay? So follow that instinct. However, by popping the balloon and directly confronting something, it leads to the 10 of Cups. I'm getting a well-rounded sense of honesty and contentment. Something that you can hold on to now. Because all the illusions have been perforated through. Okay. Aquarius, thank you for your patience with this reading, and I hope that you got some messages out of this that you needed to. I'm going to go into the extended. I love you guys so much. I'll see you next time.